Hello, welcome to IT Expert YouTube video series. Today we'll discuss about general interview questions and answers with tips and some examples. First, tips: what to say when you arrive at the interview site. First impressions can play a major role in how an employer perceives you as a candidate. What you say during the first phase of the interview can make a difference in the outcome, in a good way or in a bad way. Be prepared to make a quick introduction to the person who greets you. When you arrive at the interview site, introduce yourself to the receptionist by stating your name and the reason for your visit. For example, "My name is Tim Jones, and I have an interview scheduled with John Smith at 2 p.m. Little things make a big difference at this stage of a job search. That is why it's important to pay attention to interview manners and to think through how you will introduce yourself during the job interview. How to answer "tell me about yourself" question. To better answer the question, you first need to understand why they ask it in the first place. They are looking for your education, accomplishments, work experience, if you have, and your expertise. Essential tips on answering "tell me about yourself." Tailor your answers to the role and company. Keep your response to 2 minutes or less. Know your audience. Keep it professional. Practice but don't memorize. When you structure your answers, please remember work, academic and personal your expertise. Work - this should make up about 80% of your answer. Focus on your previous experience and accomplishments here. Academic - 10 to 15% of your answer should then be about your academic background, university, academic achievements, etc. Personal - finally the last 5 to 10% should be about you as a person, while keeping it relevant to the company. If you are a student, for example, your entire answer could be about your academic career and personal interests and expertise. Example of correct answer should be like, "Sure, so, my name is Joe, and I am 27 years old. For the past 5 years, I have been working as a data analyst at company X and Y. I have background in data analysis, with a degree from universities I. What really got me into the field, though, is the internship I did at company Z. Throughout my career, I have noticed that I have always been good with numbers and handling data. For example, when I was working at company X, I led a project for migrating all operations data to a new data warehousing system to cut down on costs. The new solution was a much better fit for our business, which eventually led to savings of up to $200,000 annually. So, here is what has done right in this answer. The answer is tailored. Joe does not stray off topic. He talks about his experience as a business analyst, and his past achievements in working with data. The answer is based on experiences and achievements. Joe talks about his work experience as a data analyst and covers some of his top achievements. The answer is structured right: past, present, future. What is your greatest strength? What the interviewer really wants to know with this question. So, the main reason interviewers ask this question is to identify whether your strengths align with the needs of the company and the job's responsibilities. The goal of the interviewer is to make a match between your credentials and the skills needed to succeed in the job. Tips: when you are asked questions about your strengths, discuss attributes that will best qualify you for the specific job and set you apart from the other candidates. You should consider in mind following tips like: think of quality, not quantity, back up your strength with stores, focus on your strengths that relate to the job, be focused and specific, and do not be needlessly humble while scripting your answer. Key takeaways: write a response. You do not need to memorize an answer, but if you write out a few ideas of what you want to say, it will make it easier to answer the question during the interview. Focus on your achievements. Focus your response on which of your accomplishments most closely match the employer's requirements. Pitch your credentials. The interview is an opportunity to sell your credentials to the hiring manager. When you respond, be prepared to show why you are the best fit. Now you know the steps to follow to give a great answer when the interviewer asks for your biggest strength. Now let us look at some example answers to help you create your own answer. Example 1 is related to interpersonal skills. My greatest strength is attention to detail. I have always been detail-oriented in my work, and it is something I enjoy. I saw on your job description that this role involves a lot of detail-oriented work, which is one reason I applied. In my last job, I was frequently required to manage 8 to 10 client projects at a time, and often had 75 different tasks going on in those different projects. Being detail-oriented allowed me to deliver 100% of my projects on time to our clients. In fact, I finished 45% of my assigned projects ahead of schedule. Second example is related to technical skill. I am obsessed with the newest version of, insert name of new software. I started pushing the boundaries of what it could do as soon as it was released. I am excited about applying my passion and abilities to this position and pushing the envelope of this program for your company. So that is what we are doing in the sample answers above. You are not just sharing your greatest strength, but you are making it crystal clear why this strength will help them, and you are proving this by sharing how it has helped your previous employers. What is your greatest weakness? What the interviewer really wants to know with this question. So, the interviewer wants to know whether you are qualified to do the job. The hiring manager is also looking for indicators that show you have been able to learn new tasks and handle new challenges. So, this question is an opportunity to show that you have got the right assets for the job. Even though the question is about weaknesses, your answer should always be framed around the positive aspects of your skills and abilities as an employee. Consider these following tips, like discuss non-essential skill, mention skill you have improved, turn a negative into positive, show that you are self-aware of your weakness, and be honest while framing this answer. Do not go overboard. It is important not to talk too much about your weaknesses or what you need to improve. You do not want the interviewer to perceive you as a candidate who is not qualified. Do not say that you are perfect. It is important not to come across as arrogant or dishonest by claiming that you do not have any weaknesses. Keep it positive. You may have noticed that the term weakness is not used in the sample answers. You always want to focus on the positive when interviewing. Now you know the steps to follow to give a great answer when the interviewer asks for your biggest weakness. Now let us look at some example answers to help you create your own answer. When addressing your weaknesses, draw upon examples relating to either skills/habits or personality traits. You may want to choose which to focus on depending on the type of job for which you are interviewing. For example, discussing a skill or habit may be highly relevant for a technical position. For a sales or customer service role, your interviewer may be more interested in hearing about your personality traits. Neither choice is strictly wrong or right. Reread the job description for clues on what may matter most for this specific role. I am not great at analyzing data or numbers. However, I recognize this flaw can prevent me from understanding how my content is performing online. In my last role, I set up monthly meetings with the SEO manager to discuss analytics and how our posts were performing. Additionally, I received my Google Analytics certificate, and I make it a point to analyze data related to our blog regularly. I've become much more comfortable with data through these efforts. In this example, you can show your desire to go above and beyond a job description and actively seek out skills that could be helpful to the success of your company. This type of company-first mentality shows the interviewer you are dedicated to making yourself an asset and try your best to understand the needs of the whole department, rather than just your role. What motivates you? The interviewer asks this question because they are looking for insight into why and how you are motivated to achieve workplace goals and succeed at the job. In asking this question, interviewers hope to figure out what makes you tick. The hiring manager wants to know what drives you to succeed. They also want to determine whether your motivators will be a fit for the job's duties and the company's culture. Quick tips how you can frame this answer. So, keep it relevant to the job, make it personal if you can, be specific, show how it fits to your future trajectory, and ties us back to the company's mission. When preparing your answer, also think about the skills and abilities that will be the most useful for this job. If the company emphasizes the camaraderie of its staff, for example, you might mention how achieving goals as a group motivates you. You might want to include an example from your previous job to explain the kinds of projects or tasks that motivate you. Now, review the sample answers and tailor your response to match your credentials to what the employer is seeking. I was responsible for several projects where I directed development teams and implemented repeatable processes. The teams achieved 100% on-time delivery of software products. I was motivated both by the challenge of finishing the projects ahead of schedule and by managing the teams that achieved our goals. This response works because it shows the interviewer that the applicant is motivated by several factors: management, scheduling, and teamwork, and can multitask. Second example. The gratification of overcoming an obstacle is my greatest motivator. For example, math has never been my best subject, but I opted to take calculus in college, even though it was not required for my major, because I wanted to prove to myself I could do it. The course was not easy, and I spent many nights studying late, but I passed with an A. The feeling of accomplishment that comes with exceeding challenging goals is what drew me to a career in sales. Interviewers like this response because candidate shows the interviewer that they have a strong desire to execute the role responsibilities. Their specific example conveys their depth of experience with and passion for the job. In addition, it is always helpful to include how your motivations would drive your future with the company. Why should we hire you? So, when a hiring manager asks you this question, they are really asking, what makes you the best fit for this position? Your answer to this question should be a concise sales pitch that explains what you have to offer the employer. Although this question may seem vague and intimidating to answer, it can be quite simple by preparing a confident response ahead of time. To answer, why should we hire you? You should understand the specific skills, qualities and experience employers are looking for in an ideal candidate. Review the job posting. Spending time studying the company's mission, goals and recent announcements can help you to answer this question. Explain how your experience, skills and attributes make you the best fit for the job as it pertains to the company and position for which you are applying. When possible, support your accomplishments with numerical results. Think of any relevant qualities or experiences that set you apart from other candidates. While it is important to practice this pitch for a fluid delivery, do not go crazy trying to memorize it. Rather, have a general idea of what you are going to say and tailor it based on how the interview is going. Keep in mind the hiring manager is looking for what you can offer the company, not what they can do for you. Don't repeat your resume. The hiring manager has already reviewed your resume, so respond with additional information to strengthen the case for getting hired. Now, review the sample answers and tailor your response to match your credentials to what the employer is seeking. You should hire me for this position because of my proven ability to maintain strong interpersonal relationships with several clients. I am passionate about providing care to those in need in my community, which keeps me motivated and excited about doing my best work. I understand you need a candidate who can be consistently available for events in clients' lives. I have a 100% attendance rate for weekly case proceedings and meetings for my clients. In addition, I can bring leadership experience to your team, having trained over 20 new hires to become familiar with day-to-day operations and to feel comfortable in their new roles. So, this example is thorough and thoughtful. The job seeker shows that they understand the requirements of the position. They have included a quantifiable accomplishment and gone above and beyond by talking about their leadership experience. Example 2. My experience with technology and my ability to maintain and update websites make me a good match for this position. In my most recent role, I was responsible for maintaining our department web page. This required me to update student and faculty profiles, and post information about upcoming events. In my free time, I learned to code in JavaScript and Swift. I then used my coding skills to revamp our homepage and received praise from our department head and the dean of students for my initiative. I would love to bring my coding skills and my general passion for learning new technologies to this position. This example works because the interviewer wants to know how you stand out among the other applicants. This response focuses on the qualities that are different from what other interviewees might offer or are more difficult to find in candidates generally. Why are you looking for a career change? In your answer, interviewers are looking for a few key pieces of information. They are probably curious about how much thought you have put into starting your job search, why this specific job opportunity is appealing to you and what you are looking for in your next position. To make a good impression, focus on the positive reasons for why you are leaving your current job and looking for something new. This is a great opportunity to emphasize your skills and abilities, and why you are looking for a situation where you can use and improve them. When you frame this question, please remember these following tips like, focus on your strength and what you will bring to the employer, give a positive answer by showing excitement about the opportunity to learn some new skills and adapt to change, talk specifically about the job for which you are currently interviewing. Make sure you take time to describe your accomplishments, and all the good that you have done for your current employer. Most importantly, demonstrate that you are dignified and professional and will not talk disparagingly about another company or boss. It is best to avoid going down the slippery slope of discussing specifics regarding compensation, poor management, company finances, poor morale, or any other negative aspect of the job. Let us look at an example of a good answer to this question, and how to use it to approach your own answer in an interview. Example: I have been refining my project management skills with volunteer opportunities and side projects, and I received my PMP last quarter. I am looking for an opportunity where I can put those abilities to work for a mission I am passionate about. I was also excited to read in the job description that this role will require regular presentations to key stakeholders, One of my key motivators is the ability to connect with colleagues and communicate my team's work, so this is an especially exciting part of this opportunity. Ultimately, I have learned a lot in my current role, but I am looking for the next step where I can continue to grow and use the skills I've honed at a company I love, and this opportunity seems to be a great fit. In the example, the candidate opens their answer by mentioning skills and abilities. This can be a good opportunity to talk about what differentiates you from other candidates. The candidate then moves on to explain why the position they are interviewing for is the right fit for their next career move. If your answer is long, it might be appropriate to give a quick summary at the end. In our example, the candidate quickly and positively mentions their current job, gives a high-level recap of what they want in their next job, and establishes that the job they are interviewing for fits into that plan. So, at the end, be honest, positive, and frame your response in a way that includes the job you are interviewing for. Thank you for watching this video. We provide hands-on computer training with labs, homework, group projects, prepare you for the certification, provide real projects, internship opportunities, support you in resume, LinkedIn, staffing support, provide tech references, in-person, online class retake options, and more. Call us at 847-350-9034 for your free career consultation meeting. Please do not forget to like, share, and subscribe to our video to get the notification of our latest video.